Today we're here to talk about our teacher development programs with our senior academic team. Can you introduce yourselves?
Of course. So my name is Ian Matheson, and I'm Associate Director for English Pathways and Programs at UQ College at the University of Queensland. It's been my great pleasure actually to have taught around the world. I've taught in Asia, I've taught in Europe, South America, and of course here in Australia. It's also been my great pleasure to have worked with teachers here on campus for over 20 years now.
Hi, my name's Renee and I'm one of the teacher trainers here at UQ College. I've been teaching English for over 30 years now and I'm very passionate about supporting teachers in their professional development.
And hello, I'm Alice. I'm the Senior Teacher for Teacher Development at UQ College. What I most enjoy about our teacher development programs is working with the diverse groups we have here and the collegiality that creates.
What are the benefits of doing this program in Australia rather than doing the program back in their home country?
Well, there are many benefits to participating in our program in Brisbane. Firstly, it gives you the opportunity to disconnect from your life at home, allowing you to focus fully on the course and your professional development. Another thing it gives you is the immersion experience, where you can combine teaching, culture, and English, using English as a living language. Other things it gives you, I think, are it gives you the chance to experience teaching methodology in an Australian education context and compare that with your culture and other cultures around the world. But I think, but best of all, I think you can build your professional and personal connections with your fellow course participants and also with the tutors, which is a great benefit for you when you go back into your own context.
How practical are our teacher development programs?
Well, all of our teacher development programs are designed to be practical rather than academic. They're highly interactive, they're experiential. You learn through doing. There's a focus on reflection and experimentation. So you have the opportunity then to reflect on what you're doing and consider how you can implement new ideas and new techniques into your classroom practice when you go back home.
What are the values of bringing participants from all over the world to participate in the program here in Australia?
Well, in addition to learning about education in another country and how it compares to your own country, the key value is the ability for teachers to share, explore, and reflect on their own teaching approach. This experience gives new perspectives and makes teachers more likely to apply new ideas when they return to their own teaching context.
How proficient does my English need to be to participate in this program?
Well, you don't need to be an expert. What matters most is clear communication with your students. In fact, teachers who have learned a second language often have an advantage. They understand what it feels like to learn a language and can empathise with their students.
What are some of the common challenges English teachers are facing today in their classrooms, and how will this program help them?
Well, English teachers everywhere face really similar challenges like keeping students motivated or making English feel like a living language rather than just a subject. Our programs help teachers reflect on these issues and try to find practical, context-specific solutions, ones that are going to work in their classroom.
You once told me that small things can make a great difference in the classroom. Can you tell me more about this?
Yes, sure. Well, I always tell my course participants that they really don't need to make big changes to their teaching when they first go back home. Big changes can be too shocking sometimes for their students. The key for me is to introduce changes gradually. Importantly, small changes can actually make a big difference. So simple tweaks like using a more engaging warm-up activity or changing the way you give feedback so that it's more positive, for example, can dramatically improve student motivation and, importantly, learning outcomes.
What are some of the benefits of going into an Australian classroom in this program? This is always a highlight of the program. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to observe other teachers and see how learning is organised in an Australian context.
Many teachers and academics feel they have to choose between teaching English and teaching content. Why is this a false choice?
Well, in an educational context where English is the medium of instruction, it's best really not to see teaching content and teaching English as separate aims. The beautiful thing is that these can be combined seamlessly. When you teach content effectively, you can create opportunities for language development too. By using certain strategies like scaffolding or incorporating universal design principles, these techniques can help your students grasp the complex ideas and also improve their English skills.
Do I need to be teaching in English now to take this program?
No, you don't need to be teaching in English currently to benefit from the course. We've had participants in the past who see the need to teach in English as something potentially on the horizon in their home country. They're doing the course to be better prepared if they're ever asked to teach their content in English.
How is this course organised?
Okay, so we have structured the course around 3 pillars: content, language, and learning. You will focus on each of these separately, but also look at them together. Clearly, the learning of content is critical, so you will learn how to teach your course content effectively, while at the same time developing both language skills and the ability to learn more effectively. Importantly, as students further develop their language and learning skills, they become better able to engage with more complex and abstract content.
Thanks for joining us today and sharing the insights and benefits of our program. If you have more questions, please feel free to contact us.